ridiculous. First of all, nobody's like Michael Jordan. Second, Giannis isn't like Scottie Pippen. Like, to me, Giannis is Shaq. He's 2020 Shaq. If you look at his stats, you know, he's 29 and 12 like Shaq was. He protects the rim like Shaq did in 2000. You know, when Shaq was in shape. And he's unstoppable around the rim. And I think people's mistake when they look at Giannis is they compare him to LeBron and they compare him to Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant and people like that. And he's really a center. He's a center in disguise. He's 7 feet tall. He's a freak athlete. He's overpowering. He's unstoppable. And if you think he plays like Kevin Durant, I don't know what to tell you. He is somebody that should be thought of the same way we thought about Shaq and Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, and you know, David Robinson. He's that type of player. He's a center. So, you know, I don't think it's his fault that when they give him the ball 25 feet from the basket and expect him to make a play that he can't always necessarily make it. We would have said the same thing about Shaq.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He played a great game against Indiana. Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for safety throws. And the Clippers called for the foul. It's on Patrick Beverley. That one's off.
Improving his game, improving his confidence, coming back after injury, and working to become better.
Williams has checked in for Beverley. And for a while, Bill, Kawhi Leonard has been vying with KD and LeBron for best wing in the game. So where do you rank him against those two today?
It's changed, right? It's after 2017, you probably thought KD was the best forward in the league after what he did to the Cavs in the 2017 finals. LeBron kind of took the title back in 2018.
Real life shit, Charles.
2019 grabs it. Goes to
you gotta time that shit.
Storybook season. They win the title. He gets the title as best playoff guy.
Huh?
You're in a playoff series. He's the guy you pick first.
Like, when you shoot, you gotta hit with that line. Like, that's in real life shit. Like, huh? You gotta do it on your own. How to fix your control.
And now it's LeBron again, coming back from another incredible season.
Antetokounmpo, left side. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Kept alive. The three. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Williams. That one a little long.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And looking at the level of physicality in the NBA, Bill, how much do you think it's changed in the last few decades?
But it's transformed. I don't even think it's changed. I think what flew in the 80s and 90s wouldn't even come close to flying now. I think it's really affected the guards and the perimeter guys in a positive way. You know, I still think Isaiah Thomas is the best pure point guard I ever saw. He played in an era where when he drove to the basket, you could just take him out. And you know, I look at his stats now compared to the guys like Dame Lillard, Curry, even Chris Paul, and you're like, wow, his stats aren't nearly as good. But the degree of difficulty of that era, being a point guard, going in, there's so many more big bodies, everybody could take him down. It affected what his stats are going to be. I just think it's much easier as an offensive player in 2020. It's undeniable.
Yeah, that one's good.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Pass to Middleton. The 3 ball. That shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. All right, Bill, if the guys you thought would become a superstar, who comes to mind that hasn't
Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. I think he has everything you want as the stretch 5, somebody that can post up, hit threes, defend them. You know, there's only a handful of guys like that in the league. If half a handful. And I don't feel like there's any excuse for him not to be on perennial playoff teams because of the stuff he brings to the table. So if it's not happening, that's his fault.
Oh, nice.
loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Pass to Zubac. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Holiday from long range. On the wing, Holiday. Here's Connaughton. Beyond the arc. It doesn't go for it.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi certainly isn't the flashiest player in the league, or the most talkative, but with his athletic ability, he can still rock the net.
And Bill, growing up a Celtics fan, you witnessed teams with great leadership. Who are some of the best leaders in the game today?
Franklin.
Well, it's different now.
Make it
because
twist in the air.
guys bounce around.
Yeah.
They're only on the same team for a couple of years, so it's almost like they're temporary leaders. I think when I was growing up, guys were on the same. Magic was on the Lakers, you know, from 1980 to 1991. He was the unequivocal leader, and other guys passed in and out of his universe, and now we don't see that as much. But I think you're just talking about somebody who's obviously a good leader in the right situation. Chris Paul, what he did in OKC last year, the young team that had kind of thrown in the towel with that Paul George trade, and it just seemed like, all right, well, they're going to try to trade him all year. They're not going to be good. And he kind of willed that team to be really good, and they came really close to being in the playoffs. And so I think he's a good example.
Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. And Jackson, here we go. Here's the three. Kennard can't get it to go.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stop.
Well, this is why he is one of the best athletes of the last 25 years. Giannis is just so hard to contain in these situations.
Pass to Zubac. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
How about that?
Why Leonard?
And unfortunately, his
Let's
defense
go.
has not been as impactful lately as it was earlier in the season.
You know better than that.
He was on the
Why you
decline
get that
over the
bump
past
ass in the
5
corner
games.
like that?
Expect to see him
Come on,
redouble his
man.
efforts tonight
Hey,
and try
stop
to get back
there.
to picking up.
He's about to jump off, like.
Sit down.
The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes is checked in. Antetokounmpo against Jackson. Here's Craig. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Well, he can just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
And that one good. Jackson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And so he draws the foul.
Hey, you get on my arm.
First free throw is good.
A little bit each year, Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
This nigga disrespectful.
The Bucks have got 6 of 14 in so far. Ooh, Giannis dumps it home.
It's going to happen every time you let Giannis get to the rim.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson finds Kennard. It's hauled in by Portis. Milwaukee in the lead. And he's one for the lob. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
You can see I'm about to do things, y'all.
You have to love the pressure defense.
That's pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
It's a job.
Portis against Beverly. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Get that shot of here.
Sweet rejection from the freak. That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year.
The three. And no good. Trying to get
Make
that
it, Charles. Why?
And that does it for the first quarter.
Why? 25
Bucks
pushes
on top,
I make it
up by
before
7.
the game
And
over.
we'll get the second
Get
quarter.
25. Alright, keep doing that. You're gonna see. You gonna pay.
LeBron James. Yep.
Another good working maybe.
And that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
It's almost like he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. So let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, on the wings, it's George and Kawhi.
Like Carmelo.
out there with Serge Ibaka. And it's Williams in at the one. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
It's hard to argue against the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo plays the games for some physical splashes. He said, quote, in the NBA, they want you to walk. When you're strong and you go through contact, they go to the foul call. But he said that walking is not who I am. I'm just going to try and power through.
Well, that's what the fans
I guess you can answer.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And you look at Brook Lopez, the last couple of seasons, more than half of his shots coming from long distance. Back when he came into the league, did you ever imagine he'd be this kind of player in the NBA?
No, and I don't think he should be, to be honest. He's an okay outside shooter. He's not a great outside shooter. And if you're the other team, you'd rather
On
have
that
him
cheat-
25, 50
On that cheating shit.
than near the rim. I think what's been lost is what a good player he was around the basket. Like, not only did he have a really good low post game, like really good. When he was on the net, she was, I think, one of the best low post players in the league. But you also want him around the rim because he's a good rebounder. So you're taking these two things that he was really good at, and you're just removing it. And you're taking him and putting him 25 feet from the basket. It makes sense a little bit because of how they use Giannis, but ultimately for him, I don't think it's the best use for him. I would rather see him on another team.
Just seems like the difference between makes sense in the regular season versus what makes sense in the playoffs when the game totally changes.
Yeah, totally. You think like the Miami series, if he's being guarded by Kelly Olynyk, take him down to the block. Kelly Olynyk's not going to be able to guard him 5 feet from the basket. By putting him 25 feet from the basket, you're doing Miami a favor. And that was what I think situationally they have to rethink how they use it depending on who they're going against.
You know, Bill, you work in so many different mediums. Name the piece or series that you're most proud of.
Definitely 30 for 30. Creating that from scratch and then putting a couple years of my life into getting it off the ground and doing 30 documentaries, 30 different directors about these sports stories we cared about and just hoping anybody would watch it. And that was in 2009. And, you know, 11 years later, it's still going. And we thought we would get 30 and be lucky to get to 30. And now they've done, I think, 75, 80, something like that.
Think about it. You should have stuck to
It's
Matt.
cool whenever a player says something like, you know, that's going to be a 30 for 30 for somebody. Be in the lexicon with that. You know, that's
Where you
highlights my career.
Do that.
Awesome. Holiday's over the hill. And wrestling for it there, but no one has the
Clank.
have a jump ball.
That's what you call that. Wow.
DiVincenzo with the steal. Lopez with it, and Ibaka picks him up defensively, and that one's good. Middleton.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Bill, defenders can no longer step into a shooter's landing area, but shooters have found ways to manipulate that by drifting forward and or kicking out their legs.
And I hate it. I really hate it. I hate two things the most right now in basketball. I hate this, and I hate 4-minute challenges where referees are deciding whether somebody was a blocker or a charge and slowing things down to 1/100th of a second. I don't know why we have these two things. And I can't believe we're rewarding guys for doing things during games that if you did during a pickup game, and you just kicked your foot out into somebody, you probably have to be separated. But in basketball, it's considered gamesmanship now. And I would personally make it a technical foul if they reviewed it and found that you did this intentionally. You kick the guy out of the game. Just so it stop. Please stop. Stop doing this.
Fortis, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Clippers making a switch here. It's Middleton on the wing. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Clippers. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
And the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Here's Holiday. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
That's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Leonard can't get it to go. Now the Bucks with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to Middleton. And they double up Middleton. Here's Lopez. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Oh, shit.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the Clippers, right?
Pass to Zubac. Here's Batum, defended by Portis. Portis with the steal. And a shout out to Bill Simmons. Man, it's great to have you on the show.
It's great to be here, and I feel like this game has been playing in the background of my house for a solid year. So it's nice to actually join the game versus hearing it on the TV
And sometimes controversial, but always honest. Great to have Bill on the program.
Bill always brings a little bit of life and pop culture to what he's talking about with regards to the NBA.
Got that fear in his heart. He heard the footsteps.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
I don't know how to take that shit off. That's the score. See that? He's gonna come back. It's not even halftime yet.
So both teams making some changes here.
Boom. Uncle whooping your daddy.
1:02 left in the second quarter.
Oh, you trying to shoot
Pass
down?
to Augustine.
Trying to shoot down?
Antetokounmpo against Morris.
Shoot your daddy.
And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. 52 seconds left in the half. Outside, Williams.
That's right.
You have to think that they're leading this game because of how they control the boards tonight. The PA, it's incredible. How often do you see a player come off of an MVP season and get even better? Last year, Giannis Antetokounmpo setting career highs in his rate of scoring.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second.
Okay, so
Some room here for Williams. And
Okay,
again, the
Coach.
Clippers missing.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Basket count.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his
you
attack.
can't shoot. Back up. You can't shoot. You can't shoot. I play a
We've
nigga
got
like
22
mad.
seconds left in the first half.
You can't shoot.
To rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Out to the right wing. There's the try. And the
Giannis has a hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so
Let's
long.
go. Hey, I know. You want that man? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna try. I'm gonna play with them. I wanna try them out. You play with LaMelo.
She wanna see where I know where it's at. Ain't going back. Don't call my phone no more. I ain't got no time for you. Whoa. Don't call my phone no more. I ain't got
No time for you. Hey. What? Ooh.
She might get a gift. Say she a rider. I say good. Then the lift. She can't wait to get up. I tell her got all. She ain't never made.
We're about to wrap it up.
Right.
Basketball.
That shit crazy. I ain't know that either.
You can join us on this exciting fun. TA, it's up.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA.
Thanks, David.
Damn, that nigga still alive.
Schedule it. I can believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Warriors. A solid start to the season so far. Sitting in 6th place. Now, of course, Sacramento. They're 5 spots away.
And checking out Sacramento, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is set in.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The front court will be Barnes along with Bagley. In the backcourt, it's Fox and Hield. And it's Whiteside in the center position. The kick out to Barnes. Oubre with the steal. Three-pointer, Wiggins. Bagley with the rebound. Now the Kings with it. Last time in San Francisco, they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I'm flat out. I thought they were overmatched. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
And given his style, it feels like Curry could play as long as he wants.
Why not? The thing you never lose is your jump shot. Plus, Steph, he can beat you with instinct, awareness, rather than relying on his explosive athleticism. And if his team keeps their offensive style of play, he can play that better.
Got a piece of Oubre with the steal. The train. No good on that one. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Bagley. Here's the drive. No good. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field.
Boy, I was about to break some ankles, boy.
Curry passes to Green. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
He's fearless when it comes to attacking, scoring on the move. Fox has great body control and composure on his drives.
Here's Curry with the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Few players in the NBA have the burst that Fox does. He's so explosive when attacking the rim.
Fox against Curry. Oubre outside. Curry deciding where to go with it for 3. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Fox.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots.
That ties it up. Fox has got 8 points.
He's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
With the step. Curry against Fox. Curry dishes to Green. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Remember, Whiteside has had 10-plus blocks in a single game. A true swatting machine.
Outside, Bagley.
Keep thinking, Charles. I'm tripping. You can't
We're
shoot.
still involved in a conference system. Does it look relevant as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
Watch this comeback.
For travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary. How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16?
Yeah. Call that time out, coach. Because it's about to get ugly. We ain't playing. Well,
The games are going for a different look here. Deshaun Holmes, he's checked in for Whiteside. Bielitsa comes in for Marvin Bagley. Robinson's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Halliburton subbed in for Fox. Basket good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
You had very little resistance, so you had to bring much faster help than that.
And the wide open shot from Green misses off the right eye.
And they've come out with that take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Halliburton, that's good. 1:37 left to play in the first. There's Bazemore. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. There's Lee with the three. That shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
He takes it in. Holmes takes the violate. It's stolen. And here's the break. Bazemore. No one around him. And the three off target. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Now, here is Halliburton. He's tightly guarded, and he uses the glass on the lane.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Wanamaker the pass to Bazemore. Golden State moving it around. That one is good.
He had a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now, here is Halliburton, covered by Lee. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Kings shoot their first free throw of the game right now.
It's 32% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, it's obvious that Will is a talented player, whether he takes that next leap to start. That's up to him.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Hield. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. On the wing, Green. Passes to Wanamaker. The three. Joseph with the rebound. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I don't foul like that, Charles.
Here's Halliburton.
Charge.
Ball's not loose. And the ball goes out of bounds.
That's what we want.
Touched by Bielitsa.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox. Providing a lot of
Air ball to the colors.
He comes away with 11 points in the quarter.
Go broadcast here.
Huh?
So we asked Steph Curry, a great
What's the score?
self-motivated. Who holds you to the highest standard?
Oh, my wife, for sure. Never everyone disappoint her.
Sounds like he's got a good team, both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of
It should
Fame
be
career.
12-18.
But you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
Huh?
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Sacramento.
But if they came out of the locker room hot and it got contagious, they've been knocking down jumpers like they were layups in the first half.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the floor for Sacramento, Bagley and Holmes showing the post duties. De'Aaron Fox out there, Corey Joseph, and it's gone. Get the free spot.
Oh, good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 for that department.
Evolving right before our eyes. When Fox puts it all together, it's so fun.
And still a ton of upside for Marvin Bagley. Talk about what you see.
But yeah, I see an agile, quick player off the floor. I mean, he can play in the paint. I'm just interested in seeing how well this guy can stretch the game and become a
I'm about to win.
One thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, the last 3 seasons he's had.
Lay down.
It's fly.
Lay down.
First over 5 rebounds per game.
Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. Whiteside's checked in for the Kings.
Let's go, y'all.
By Sacramento. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
Fox against Curry. Lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 6.
How do you guard this guy in the pick and roll? I mean, Curry puts so much pressure on you. He has the ball on the string.
All the pass to Joseph. Right wing. From deep. The Warriors pull it in. Keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Remarkable consistency from D. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
They were connecting, and when they're connecting like that, they're all getting the accuracy from outside. Just incredible.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Cap. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands, he's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say 6'1", I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as you and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the court.
The Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys who play the ball.
That's how you gotta do it,
Great play.
The ability to shoot with great range. Drive left, drive right. Curry has every option available to him.
Three-pointer heel. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Throw them up,
That's
throw them up.
a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Curry against Joseph. Bagley with the block.
And that's just the activity on the defensive
Cheating that shit.
After rejections, he Phelps fire him up.
Brad Wanamaker is checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Kings. Fox is checked in. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There's the triple. But they'll get another chance. Misses. Fourth time against 7 makes for this game. Wiggins passes to Toscano. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Kings leading now by 7. The deep three from Hield. Oubre pulls it in.
You know, I hope it look like that. He's very good at making the weak coverage better.
And they'll keep possession. Toscano's shot is good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Goes the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. They kick out to Hield. Takes the three. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. His shooting is good.
The jam.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Inside, over to the left wing. Bagley with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
What's up, man? Go get it to your dad. Go get it to your dad. Give it to your dad. Oh, he's dead. Look, go get your dad. Look. Go get him. Go get it. Go. He tired. You gotta put him. Yeah, you can do it with that.
Wait right here. That's not a shot you should ever want to hit.
Wiggins passes to Wanamaker. Here's Toscano. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Pick in. Good deep by Barnes. Sacramento leading by 3.
Hey, there, Charles.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green has checked in for Eric Castro. And it's Damian Lee in for Oubre. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball.
And never the star some predicted coming out of North Carolina, but Harrison Barnes still a quality wing in our league.
Oh, yeah, see, I mean, most of the straight line driver. I like him playing off the ball, spotting up and diving when the opportunity presents itself.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Whiteside. Bielitsa comes in for Bagley. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Buddy Hield. And Halliburton subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Warriors trail by 5. Lee outside. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Oh, he's just off the defense now. He shoots at every high percentage from three-point range, and there's no head in his face.
Here's Halliburton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Halliburton's got 8.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul.
Get the fuck out my way.
The Warriors making a switch here. Poole's checked in. One of 3 left in the first half. Here's Green. That one dropped for his second bucket. Again, 2 for 4.
They are just killing on the interior.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 8. Back to Bielitsa. Let's him go with a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Bielitsa's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Knocks it loose and stolen by Barnes. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Lee. Robinson kicks to Bielitsa. Pass to Halliburton. And there's the try. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The try by Green. Toscano. Good. It's Green picking up the assist. Toscano's got his second bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Barnes outside. Beyond the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Toscano's got 6 rebounds in the game. And will count.
Oh, he's such a strong, versatile defender. I mean, Barnes has a solid understanding for knowing how to do it.
Let's go.
And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 3. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside.
Let's go.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break. The third quarter estimate.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That was a tremendous start for De'Aaron Fox. He ended up with 15 points and 2 rebounds. Taking a look at the Kings, Kenny Bridges.
Well, you gotta love the work the reserves have done so far.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets tonight.
We got Draymond Green. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Toscano in the power forwards position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley. And then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a new experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver.
And Seattle, right? Let's keep going. Both those cities.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
T-shirt.
No good on that.
Brought a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely. Healed with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Right side, Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
I love whenever Fox takes the initiative and makes something happen out there. I mean, really put the D in a tough spot right there.
Good on the second free throw.
And De'Aaron Fox, a natural right-hander, but he plays lefty.
He's similar to Mike Conley. Guys like that, more amphibious, I'm just joking, more ambidextrous, that they can use either hand at a high level.
Curry kicks to Green, launches a three. He'll hit that one. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Fox. Here he goes. Back in off the glass. Fox has got 18 points.
Hey, he has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
That's space.
Inside, Curry with the steal. Just over a minute and a half, playing here in the third. Gets the three-point performance.
Let's go.
Good look there that he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Fox with it. 18 points for him. Over in the corner, Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. He's got 5.
Barnes is a competitor. When you make a triple on his squad, he's committed to even in the score.
Here's Green, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And he recovers it. Fox against Curry. Another three for Paul.
Keep jumping. Down, jumping like a frog.
Attention to him beyond the other. He's got 2 threes in this half, total 3 overall.
To the left side. Bagley kicks to Barnes. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Curry. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Oh, it's still.
Fox looking to get over there. On the wing, Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Fox passes to Hield. And a drop from three-point range. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Fox with it. Now Green defending. Offensive rebound. Hield kicks to Fox. Bagley the screen. Second shot opportunity. Blindside dishes to Fox. And it's
block it. Illegal screen, bro.
Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
Look at the anything trying to win, boy. Dang, man. So let me get that lead, boy. Let me get that lead, y'all.
Eric Castro, he's checked in for the Warriors. Lee comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley, and Robinson III comes in for Barnes. Halliburton's checked in for Buddy Hield, and Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Curry can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
Joseph has an open look, and he's way off from outside. Warriors trail by 3. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Halliburton. He's got 8. 1:41 left in the third. And yes, it's good. Halliburton's got 10 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
That one goes. Tony.
He's been dominant this quarter. He's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Joseph down low. Guarded by Curry. Right side against Green. Right side, the pass to Joseph. Now, here's Halliburton. He started close. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Outside Curry. Picked off in midair. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Whiteside. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass. Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
It's Curry outside. It's the 3-point bomb. Curry's got 22.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Now, here's Halliburton, covered by Lee. The feed to Whiteside. Iman Green with the rebound. Curry against Joseph. Takes a step back. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. And that's the final possession with the nice defense by KO. And we just finished the third quarter. We got a triple game here. Kings ahead, up by 2. We'll be back right after this. And chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making a good read, understanding where every...
Yep. Whooping some ass. Whooping ass. That's what we done. We whooping ass today, y'all.
One is and taking full advantage of that tackle.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Sacramento. Filling out the wing spots, it'll be Hield and Barnes. Rashawn Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Joseph in the point guard. Off target for the baseline.
But he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Wiggins walks it down hard.
So impressive with the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it may take a lot of energy to
get it. True. We'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
And it's good for 2. And the Kings lead by 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot. You see this all too often. You have to be willing to.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the
Yeah, let this drop.
They've led by as much as 10. So both teams changing it up here. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Fox. And it's Fox. And it's down.
Nasty. Fox has that fearless mentality. Gets up for a point.
And the Kings making a change here. Bagley's checked in. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they really forced the issue on me and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And the pass to Hield. Pocket 6. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that call streak.
This isn't like it. And he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to give him more easy looks.
Pass to Fox. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul
What's up,
away
ass
from being over.
Curry's checked in for Brad Wanamaker. Now Fox. 5 on the clock.
Yes, sir. You gotta add sound there.
Fires the 3. Toscano with the rebound. Toscano's got rebound number 9 now.
Yeah. I'm playing Charles right now.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Shows if he's checked in for Sacramento. And the
wow.
Against Marvin Bagley.
Sorry. Hell yeah. I hit you up after this game.
Some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Holmes. And it's Joseph. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
If I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league.
With my butt slow cook.
So let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He said we're getting some looks on the
three,
but we're not connected. But don't get frustrated. We told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence.
Curry's shot is good.
This game is so beautiful. It's a joy to watch. Curry, when he's at the top of this game like this, crazy.
No way!
Fox has got 24.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here's Curry. And he converts the layup.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give me credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Fox goes in. Outside to Bagley. For the three. It's good from long range. Bagley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This is why the coaching staff has Bagley out here in these moments. I mean, because they know he can deliver.
Curry outside. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Body bag, squatter.
Kings leading now by 5. Barnes left side. Healed outside. Pass to Whiteside. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his third foul of the game. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Healed outside. Good with a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game.
One of the most lethal shooters in the league. All he'll need is a little daylight, and he's set.
Player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, yeah.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
If he can only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road numbers, Curry can't get it to go.
I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. He needs smart shots, not thieves.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
You can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
That one, and the Kings leads them cut down now to just 8 points with the match before Curry. Fox against Curry. That's going to be over at that. Not watching for the line that time. And there's 1:45 left in the game. No good on the 3. Now the Kings with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Fox goes in. Lays in a nice touch off the glass. Fox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings. Into the lane. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 30 points.
Handles for days, handles for days, handles for days. Steph Curry can change pace and speed on you.
Amen with the bucket.
But he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
It's Curry outside. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And he gets it to go. He's at foul the foul. He's eyes for the line to watch out.
And giving up some inches inside that makes up for it with their aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, don't tip prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Wiggins against Fox. Down low, Whiteside, and slammed in by Whiteside.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Kings.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive team. They fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece still. 2 more to go in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
Here's Curry. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it. And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. Timeout call for Warriors. They're trailing
So
by 5.
hope. Nigga, you straight, you
16
keep
seconds
jumping.
left in the fourth
See
quarter.
alright?
NC's fun, bro.
Both teams
Take
decided
another
to
timeout,
change it up.
Luke. Take another timeout. No threes, Colin.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they
That's
decide
what I
to
want.
foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that.
Green
Maybe
zone
there's some
got
bad
choked.
blood between those two. It's hard to believe that some teams pass Stephen Curry in the two fouls.
Hey, so, another
I mean,
timeout.
this guy is a total package. He has a winner's
Still
mentality.
live broadcasting? Yeah.
That nigga Ned
Y'all
just
can
said.
hear me? Y'all hear me?
Foul timeout called by Sacramento. They're in front by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
And this is the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
But what you look about
Then I missed this one.
edge he plays with a competitive, aggressive player. He feels like he can take on anyone.
Curry against Fox. From past the arc. Jabbar Parker comes up with the rebound. And stolen by Wiggins. Curry outside. Sacramento split
Hey,
ball with the win.
I'm 2K champ, bro. One game away from this.
Ah, nigga.
Well, I mean, they really did.
That nigga Curry hit that
Negative
three.
energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David
What
Olson,
do up with your
this
ass,
is Kevin
bro?
Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
I'm trying to blame you. I knew hey, the King's nice, bro. That's what you should get from the Nets.
Whoa.
Go get the Nets.
Nigga, you trash, Charlie.
Who?
Yeah.
At least you probably 10, bro.
No, not about 10, man.
I'll let you out for these at the end. You don't get them Warriors again? And pick them, sorry, team. And I get
I'm ready to try,
squad. What's that? That's what I'm rolling with, man.
I'm gonna roll with them.
You better not. You better.
What?
I'm gonna dog you even worse. Go get them Nets, bro.
I'm not ready for them yet. I'm gonna play with them. I'm like the dog you. Don't press start, Charlie. Do you?
Same lineup? No.
Huh? If they don't know me. Yep. No talk. Messing up my stuff. That's real. You ready, Charles?
It's the NBA on
I'm doing it for the New Orleans. You hear me? I told last night, say that baby. Little baby, little mama. Say little mama. You know.
seen anybody like him. Thanks, Alec.
Yeah.
And taking a broader
Say that,
look
ma.
here
Whoa,
at the
say that, ma.
year-over-year scoring
Let me come
trend
holler at
for
you right quick, little
De'Aaron
mama.
Fox.
I'm trying to see what's up with that pain.
As the years have gone on,
That little pain.
scoring the ball.
You know what I'm saying?
A bigger load of offense and being willing to accept the responsibility of a
Oh, girl. Talking.
Take a look at New Orleans starting lineup.
Let's go.
Former Blue Devils. Ingram is the 3 and Zion in at the 4. Lonzo Ball is out there with Eric.
Oh, you want to do that? I see. I see what you want to do.
And for Sacramento, Hield is the 2 with Barnes in at the small forward. Hassan Whiteside is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Fox in at the 1. Offense here on the Kings. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Oh, wow. What a block.
It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again. Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another.
Let's go, y'all.
Playing for each other.
Well, Grant, as you
Let's
watched
go.
the league since you retired, what has been the biggest change in your life?
Yeah, BA, there's been a number of changes. But one change that I think that really stands out, of course, is this idea of load management. When teams think big picture.
Man, I get that shit.
And now when guys get hurt, or if guys are nursing injuries from years past, there's this notion that we have to manage the season. And every game is not of importance. But what's important is the health and safety of players throughout the course of their career. And I'll tell you what, I think I would have benefited greatly with this sort of new NBA emphasis on player rest.
Here's Hield. He picked up 15 in their last win against Boston.
And also impressive, his work on the glass. He was tenacious and relentless.
Fox. Williams grabs the board.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You gotta appreciate that style.
It's good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting so far. Right side Hield. Back to Fox. Stolen by Ball. To the right side. It's stolen by Fox. And here they come. Here's Barnes. And a foul called on the way.
Foul, man.
He'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
You know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player. Becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well. Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line and talented enough to sink them.
Ball passes to Williamson. And he was fouled while
I was about to bang that shit, fam.
2 free throws.
Of course, we talk about Williamson's rare physical traits, but you look at his skill set, the ball handling, the passing, the court vision. He is oozing with talent. He is so advanced for his position at his age.
Bitch, I'm getting tired of that shit.
Well, word has it that Williamson wasn't one of the
Bit
big
this
kids
game.
on his youth
Getting
team.
tired of that
So he
shit,
focused
man.
on developing point guard
It
skills.
is
And develop he did. I mean, really just taking care of what he could control back then. And then all of a sudden he grew from 5'8" to 6'6" between the 8th and 10th grades. He went from an above average, hard-working player into a once-in-a-generation talent.
Now here's Hield, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Oh, on a two-handed power slam.
Well, you can't let
Where you
Ball
at,
get
Fox?
this deep. I mean, once he's this close to the rim, that far inside, he's ready for the throwback.
Yeah, pass that out.
Three. Again, the miss by the Kings. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. It's stolen by Fox. In transition, here they come.
That's what I'm looking for. The man right here.
Defense from Ingram. And so it's New Orleans with it. Williamson. That drops, and it comes off an assist.
Bro, strong. That's a ball.
Williamson's got 5 now.
When they
I
get
want
their
that
opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Fox double team. Down low. Right side, the pass to Fox. Out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball.
Let's go.
Already it's February. Let's see how
Let's
things
go.
look out west. Taking a look at Sacramento.
Dang, you
It's
tore
still
them
very
away.
early, but they have a mountain to climb in their conference. And of course, the New Orleans Pelicans, 2 spots below.
Seeing where the Pelicans are, they hyped it up at the start of the year, but haven't really followed through. They're so disappointed. And really, so are their fans.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Williamson against Bagley. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
They just better stop talking.
Play on D.
They
That
just
led to
be
some
talking.
fireworks.
Well,
Better stop
defense and
talking.
offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end.
Oh, that's it. Hey, I'm
And
gone,
the Kings going
fam.
with a whole new
I'm
group out
gone.
there. The Kings trailing. Here's Halliburton. Count it.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Hit by Williamson. And it's Bledsoe on the drive.
Bledsoe's a master at taking
Dunk
it to
on the
the
nigga
basket.
there.
His combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
Bledsoe's gone 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, they need to really start taking care of the basketball. I mean, just
Charge.
this play since the opening
Let's go.
tip.
Have to make the simple play. I mean, already they've got 4 turnovers, and it's still early.
The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's Hart. And the 3 off target.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Williamson outside. Pulls it. And another one falls for New
Let's
Orleans.
go.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Halliburton. He takes it in. Hart pulls it in. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a
Down, nice. And this kind of 6 slam
Let's go.
is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, that's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Here's Halliburton, marked by Redick. New Orleans in the lead. That's tipped. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. That one goes. Count it. Halliburton's got his second basket. Halliburton's gone 2 of 4 shooting. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Williamson.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly
Foul.
calling it close.
Nigga gonna get dunked on.
No good on that one. And no luck that time either. And it's Sacramento's ball. 6-point game. And it's J.J. Redick with the foul. That's his first foul.
Ain't no free throws.
Wow.
We don't foul a lot like you.
It's a 14.
7 seconds
Hell
left in the
nah.
first quarter here. Here's Halliburton. And that misses everything.
Yahoo! Woo!
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 6. Let's take it. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far.
Let's go, y'all.
Through the first half of this one.
You don't know what to do, coach.
Team from the Pelicans. What do
I
you
try to
think,
tell.
guys?
That's my team.
They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So the Pelicans 5 right now. Ingram is in small forward with Zion at power forward. Josh Hart is out there with ball. And it's Hayes in at the center position, locking down the middle. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Kings front office raised some eyebrows in 2019 when they said that this roster is, quote, a super team, just young. Well, with the league's longest playoff drought, 14 years and counting, the fans are hoping they'll soon deliver on that bold prediction.
Yeah, they're certainly optimistic about their young core. Holmes, good.
Tell you what, you give Joseph a passing lane in these pick and roll sets, and he takes advantage of it.
Ingram on the wing. Over heel. Always Nice. A nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Well, the Kings shooting only 35% so far. Here's Joseph. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Hield. Ball outside. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ball's got 5 now.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Pass to Holmes. The Pelicans pull it in. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Here's Joseph, pounded by Ball. And that one's good. Joseph, the grab the game's tempo seems to increase each year. You think there's a point at which it'll snap back to the other direction?
You know, B.A., that's a great point. I mean, I think back to the 90s when I played, and the game was at a snail's pace. It was a grinded-out defensive battle. And slowly over the years, the tempo has picked up. As you said, each and every year it's increased. But I do think at some point, the pendulum will swing back, and we'll get back to a little bit more a little bit less pace in terms of how the game is played. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting close. The game constantly evolves in some form or fashion, and I believe that we'll kind of get back to maybe a little bit more of a slower pace at some point in the future.
Yeah, the kind of game we see in the playoffs.
Exactly. Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Harrison Barnes.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection. And his
Put your jacket on, man.
Huh?
Come on. What's your whole sleep?
whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You cold? No. No.
Put your shoes on.
No. No.
Let's put your shoes on so we can go.
Go. huh? So I talked to Charles. So what you think about this? I catch me a flight in LA. I catch me a flight in LA to Texas, to Houston, with me a car, and drive to Louisiana. How much you think they will cost? Yeah, the closest one, Ivy. Ivy Live, that's why I know that. I'm gonna do Southwest. And if this is another letter from Social Security say my payment should be $954 for March 2021. This will include $160. Yeah. So this say your bank. So basically I will receive $860 because they still taking $160. I'm holding $90. I don't know. They still didn't get to my name to fix my case. And they going behind because they got to do it because it's corona and shit. Yeah. So it's taking time until they fix it right. But I might get more, bro. But I need to go back to it. She means I'm going to do another one, another application. I could get one for hearing loss. Fuck that. I'm going to use this disabled shit until I get my acting. I got to wrap and clean up every time Charles comes. My mom keep telling her clean up around it with the sun. Huh? Every day like they eat and stuff, you know. Like you feed your son stuff, throw your stuff, clean it. Clean after your stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Nah, it's not blessing, but you know, that's all my mom was bitching that day. Nah, but she know how they do when they come. And they don't clean up like they can eat and just leave it. Don't clean up after they say. Hey. Shit, we had smoked some Skunk Bitty Beat and what you call that? We smoked some Skunk Bitty Beat and I said, yeah, I changed my clothes and shit. And I said, yeah, I do that because I don't want mine to sweat. I said, well, mom not here, you not be good. He said, yeah, okay, you good. I like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Uh-huh. I might go walk and give me something to eat. What you about to eat?
I don't know yet. There's so many restaurants around me, but I got some bowls for my lunch, and rice, chicken, and I'm start prepping my meals.
Yeah.
Thank Christ.
turn my shit off and put my shit back.
Good.